live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams this Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Missouri head coach told me before the game, this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Missouri's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Kansas State. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Terry. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Wants to throw one first. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Handoff to the single back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Cook. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Man, that kicker came inches away from hitting a PB. That thing almost cleared the crossbar. Wow.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Might as well run him again. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. To the air, it's Jacobs. And caught by Williams.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Nelson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Good timing on the quick out. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. This time they'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
Number 43, set to kick it off.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
Number 19 takes it back for the score.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Could be an alley. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking downfield, it's Jacobs. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man! And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fired in there, but incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Just drives it between the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. RPO complete. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. 2nd and long here. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Between the hashes, it's Terry.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Left side is Harris. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Has to have it on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll move the tight end. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Out wide left, it's Singleton. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They'll try to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that breaks your heart if you're on offense, because it looks like you're just going to hand it off and run in for the easy touchdown. But because of bad ball security, that ball comes out, the defense recovers, and they're able to take over. That is a momentum shifting.
There he goes. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Sells to run, looking to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. Wide open, he makes the catch. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
And you bust the big, long run play, and then I think all eyes get on the running back right away. And how about this offense with the ability to switch pace really quickly? Go from the big run, now take the shot down the field, showing you the balance that can...
Touchdown Wildcats. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Coming out with it, it's Edwards. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got his man. Stopped right there. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete in the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Mizzou will use its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Drops back on first down. Hit as he throws. It's complete to the right. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Misses badly on that one.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Powers inside. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We kick things off with Arkansas, taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Razorbacks who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done. It's a fumble on the play. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Right side, it's Williams. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on.
And with that drive, you start to get excited. You start to think about the bounce back from a week ago. Went on the road, tough loss. You get to come back home. And this team has really been a different team today. Nice performance after a heartbreaking loss last week.
On the return, it's Edwards. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Out wide right, it's Roberts. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Wants to throw again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. He wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Burns. Taking a shot. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Sends it back in motion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Firing toward the end zone. Gets rid of it.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game, but in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Second down, going to throw it. Under pressure. Just got rid of that one.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Look out! And he gets it away.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Splits the uprights. Good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll ride the hot hand. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Great place to start for this offense. Sets his feet, it's Burns. Escapes the pressure going right. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
17.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll do it himself. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Wildcats peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Extending the play. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Making his first move. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Tigers. They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Run in the red zone, it's Edwards. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. And he's not going to take the touchback. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
Number 43, set to kick this one away.
From deep, it's Edwards. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking downfield, it's Burns. Right side, it's James. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the catch. It's James. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Sells to fake. Fires left. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Hits inside, it's Edwards. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, he found a space on the right. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if it was 2-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. This second half hasn't been nearly as productive offensively as the first half. As a result, that big lead is no longer so big, and they need to get something going right now.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll ride him again. Uh-oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Wildcats. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late.
Kansas State 45, Missouri 29. Number 43 set to kick off.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Burns. Grabbed over the middle, it's Terry. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Escapes the pressure to his right. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. It's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The play fake. Moving out to the right. Unleashes one. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with a now.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Scanning the field, it's Burns. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Snap in the shotgun. Snags it. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance. So, guys, that touchdown was huge, but they have to get the 2 here to make it a one-possession game. He'll set up to throw. Snags it over the middle. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a one-possession game here in the 4th. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far.